So welcome to this tutorial. This is the third installment in the Words to Live By series. This one is called Out of the Blue. The other two started off with Clean Slate, and then we went with Plain Truth. So this is the number 3 issue of Words to Live By. And Words to Live By is a series about if you've heard of the one word where people pick a word and they live with that word for the entire year. Well, this is a phrase that you live with for a shorter time, maybe 30 days. It's really meant to be an activity and a journaling exercise where you take this concept, this phrase, and incorporate it into your life for, say, those 30 days and really live it. Because I feel like the one word for the year is great. It's a lot of fun, but it's hard to stay focused on it, where I feel like the 30 days of just a phrase that's sort of something unique really helps you kind of have some fun and play with things, and then you might incorporate some new things into your life as a result. So that's really the goal of all these words to live by, is to explore different things, characteristics, qualities, situations, and then incorporate them into your life. So that is the words to live by, and we are starting with Out of the Blue. So in this one, if you click the Home tab right here, you'll get to this page just like we do in almost all my journals. And this is just a place to jot down a note. As an idea comes for you, you can quickly drop it here without trying to figure out where you want to put it in your journal. So you can drop it right here and then come back to it later and file it where you want. This is also a place where you can email me. I'd love to hear from you, hear how things are going, how you're using the Words to Live By journals. And here's a link to the Etsy shop where you can find the other issues in this series or other planners and journals that I have. The website where you can find out more about me. And also here's the how-to where you can find a lot of different videos on how to use GoodNotes, but also on trends, things that are coming up. I do a lot of planning videos, like what to expect in the upcoming seasons. So you'll find that right here in the how-to section. So, and then if there's some housekeeping, and then the tutorial, if you click this tab, is the tutorial that we're recording right now. And just to go back real quick, this notebook is formatted for the Hub Notebook system. If you don't know what that is, there's a video right here that will tell you about it, and you can get a free 2-subject Hub Notebook over on the website. And what this does, if you want to think of it maybe as like a 3-ring binder, where you can put in a bunch of other notebooks and they'll all have their original tabbing system, so you won't lose the tabs, but you'll be able to have them all in one place, so that you can wind up with, say, the whole Words to Live By series all in one Hub notebook, and they each have their own tabs and you can scroll through them. So it's not like you have to keep going through tabs up here. They're all right in one notebook, which I think is a lot of fun, and that's just one way to use the system. And then if you go to this third tab here, you're into the meat of this particular planner. And just like the others in the Words to Live By series, there's this four-leaf clover, if you want to call it that, with these same prompts. And by now, if you've done the other 2 in the series, you're starting to get the hang of it. These are discovery definition type prompts to get you to think about what does that phrase mean to you, and then how you can incorporate it into your life. So for today, let's start with the guided list. So I'm going to go through that one. So this is just, again, these are thought, when you sit down and say Out of the Blue, you might not be able to come up with things. So this is a way of brainstorming and thinking about it from different angles. So when do you need to be more spontaneous? Are there situations, maybe times of the day, but maybe just times of your life, times when you're with certain people, that you really need to be more spontaneous? So this is a thought prompt to get you to think about when you can have more spontaneity in your life. Because again, out of the blue could mean just spontaneous, unexpected, fun activities. And then where do you need to be more flexible? So you may be finding that your schedules are very rigid, and that when things happen, it really throws you off. And so when things come out of the blue, they really disrupt you. And so you want to be a little bit more flexible so those out of the blue moments are not disruptive and that they're enjoyable. So where do you need to be more flexible? And then another thought is, what can you do that's outside of your comfort zone? So maybe out of the blue is out of the blue experiences that are just like something you would have never done before. And it's just really, really fun for you. And maybe you've had these opportunities come your way, but because they're outside your comfort zone, you've passed on them and you haven't even really noticed that you've been passing on them. Maybe it's, a chance to go cross-country skiing and it's something you've never done because you're kind of scared of it. That would be one for me. Or ice skating. I'm recording this in the winter, so those are some of the things that are coming up. So this guided list is just a chance for you to get you thinking about what out of the blue could mean, how it could show up in your life. And then you have these 2 exercises, the discovery tree. So the discovery tree is, again, a kind of a linear or a hierarchy of thinking things through. So you maybe want to say, out of the blue for my family, out of the blue for work, or out of the blue for personal. Again, you can duplicate this page as much as you want. If you just click the plus button, you can duplicate the page. So you could do a couple different approaches to this and do a couple different thought trees and see what comes up for you. So the idea is just, okay, if I write family here, well, where can I be out of the blue? Where can I be spontaneous? Where can I be more flexible with my family? And you start to fill in those. Okay, I could be more flexible with the dinner planning because we kind of eat the same foods over and over. Okay, well, what are some of the things that I could do here? Oh, I could maybe, borrow somebody's crock pot or Instant Pot. Maybe I could learn about the Instant Pot. Or maybe I could take a cooking class, and you're just drilling down idea after idea after idea just for how the out of the blue could show up. Because again, we're looking for activities and thought processes, actions and things you can put in your journal of how this will work for you or how you can incorporate this concept into your life. So this is a discovery tree, and here is a word cloud. So again, you could do these in any order, it doesn't matter. But out of the blue, what does it mean to you from just a brainstorming of words? Okay, spontaneous, flexible, we talked about these, out of the comfort zone, but what are some other words? Unexpected, delightful, maybe it's planning for spontaneity. Maybe that's it's a different term of planning. So you just want to kind of brainstorm words, and again, you can duplicate this or you can start drawing in. If you have more words than I have clouds for, you can drop them in anywhere. So these are the brainstorming pages, and then once you've brainstormed, you want to think about what is the opportunity that you want here. What is the outcome? So if you're more open to opportunity, what does this look like for you? Do you want to have more, fun family moments and you feel like you've kind of gotten into a rut? Or maybe in your relationship with your spouse, you've gotten into a rut and you want some, you want to bring some spark back into your life. Or maybe you feel like your routines are just so rigid that every time something happens, you're just so stressed out by it. So you want to be more go with the flow kind of person. So that's what you're going to put in your outcome section. Then you have the tabs over here, so now you have your 5 tabs. These all have nothing behind them initially because I want you to be able to build them custom to what you want to do. So you have the activities tab, the journal tab, and then 3 blank tabs for you to put whatever you want. So you could do family, you could do photos, you could do work, whatever you want to call these. And then if you click on this pages tab, it takes you here to you have all these different page layouts that you can put. So you can have a 2-column. You can have, oops, I was playing around with this. These are your blank ones. You can have a lined page. You can have the 2-column page. You can have the checklist page. This is a dot grid. So if you wanted to do some tracking, maybe how many spontaneous moments you had this month, or maybe how many things you did outside your comfort zone. You could do that. Here you could do as a bucket list. How many things do you want to do that are kind of outside your comfort zone here? And then you have a blank notes page, and then here you have some photo pages. So there's 3 styles of photo pages that you can put in. You can drop your photos in using your camera roll or use your iPad just to take a picture. So it's just kind of fun. You can do a title and you can write some captions as to what these pictures are about or what's going on or some of the activity. And then you can drop them in. So if you click on your little thumbnail tool, you can drop them in. As you can see what I did here, you can duplicate a page. So you just duplicate it. And here you can see that I already dragged it in. So you click on it and drag, and now you have photos. So behind the journal tab, we now have 2 different layouts of pages. So if we close and we go to the journal tab, we go to that. Oops. So now if we scroll through, here's a line page, here's a 2-column page, now we're into the next tab. So you can put whatever you want behind each tab by using this pages tool. And that will quickly give you, just a lot of endless options. I wanted you to have the customization of a journal any way you want, any layout you want, so you can make it all dot grid if you wanted to, and just keep using that page over and over. You can just do blank notes and do whatever you want, do doodles, whatever pleases you. I wanted you to be able to have that flexibility with this journal. But the photos are really fun. So if you want to do a minimal scrapbooking, you don't want to go full out, but you want to have a little bit of fun with photos, that's a great way to record what out of the blue looks like for you when you get to the action steps. And that's just a fun tool that you have. So there you have it. That is the Out of the Blue Words to Live by journal. I hope you have some fun with it, and we'll see you in the next episode.